Hi out there, Lars Rosager. Just sharing a little bit on some practical right hand technique on the guitar, or really could be a range of other pluck string instruments. Just want to talk a little bit about how we can control some of the tone color, some of the timbre, in kind of an easy, accessible way. This is a huge topic, of course, but I thought, going over a couple of pretty manageable points could be useful. So, just looking at the right hand, we have this extreme ponticello or bridge position plucking. Really as close to the bridge as you can make it, within reason, but that you can call kind of one extreme, right? And again, on a practical level, there are three other kind of key plugging points I want to present here. The other end of the kind of spectrum here, even though it's not the the end of the line, right? As I say, a lot of this is going to be kind of an infinite discussion, but the midpoint of the string, right? That's what you could call the 12th fret, or as I say, depending on your string instrument, just kind of the midpoint, right? So we have this bridge point, midpoint. What's interesting is this midpoint is probably the strongest harmonic on the string, right? It's going to really come out as far as tone and kind of strength, and it's also the one harmonic, I believe, that has it's the exact same note as the fretted note. Any other point on the guitar, on the string, right, is gonna have a harmonic note different than what the fretted note is, right? So if you look at the other kind of main harmonic points that are well known, again, this is kind of like the intro intro to all this, but again, I want to make it practical for as many people as possible. So it's kind of nice, easy to remember little device from which you can take off. But this 7th fret, again, talking about the guitar, but the same point can happen on other stringed instruments. So we have the 7th fret. That harmonic is strong. It's it's an octave above the fretted note, and the 5th fret, another strong harmonic, more space, right? More of a difference in pitch between the fretted note and the harmonic. That's going to be, let's see, a 5th plus an octave, right? So the reason I bring up these 7th and 5th frets is that those harmonics happen here as well. It's pretty convenient, and again, for the purposes of the kind of present little discussion, right? Over the sound hole, pretty much, somewhere over the sound hole. Mine's almost in the middle, a little bit to my right as I look down on it, and then this is basically the end of the fingerboard, or the fretboard here, right? So it might be different on various instruments, but you're going to find those points on this side of the string as well, right? So again, to kind of summarize, bridge, midpoint, or 12th fret, right, on a guitar usually. I'm kind of in the never say never mindset, right? So if I sort of if I'm less than assertive, then that's sort of the reason, right? I want to again leave room for any and all possibilities here, but then you have this, as I say, 2 more points for a total of 4, right? That corresponds there to the 5th fret harmonic, and then this point here corresponds to the 7th fret harmonic, right? So the tone will change, right, as you hit these points, and at any point in between, right? Well-known thing, but just kind of these points where I think, you know, finding some of those harmonic kind of activation points, right? That's what I'm pointing to here. And again, you know, you can, if you like to use these harmonics kind of as they are, you can use those if it's practical on this side of the string as well, right? So it's not only a spot where, you know, you can find your right hand hitting in a kind of a normal situation, right? All these different tones, right? But you can also find, again, those harmonics themselves. I didn't go into the harmonic at the bridge because it's kind of negligible just for now. But those are the four little points. Now, this is only going to be totally true with an open string, right? So if I'm going, right, here's a harmonic point here. There's the other one, and here's the midpoint, right? So just listen. Nice variety there. The tricky part is if you really want to be, you know, accurate and you know, just if you want to be precise about all this stuff, you have to change, of course, the right hand as you play up and down the neck, right? So if I'm playing, except for the bridge situation, right? So this, right, this bridge position stays the same. If you're really gonna be accurate about that 5th fret harmonic spot here, which is again, you know, almost at the center of the sound hole, at least on this guitar, probably in most cases as well. This is gonna have to move as well. The exact amount is measurable, right? But it's gonna be difficult to be totally exact with that as you play. So. Right, you can find that again by finding the harmonic. It's playable with just the right hand too. Right. If you fret the 1st fret, of course, you can find that same harmonic. It's gonna move slightly. You know, it's, I don't know, maybe a half a centimeter or so, and then. And of course, that space will get smaller as you go up, just like the frets do, right? And same for this guy, this 7th fret, you know, harmonic there, right? So in a particular position, right, in a single position, it's a nice little kind of, you know, guide, right? If I'm playing kind of a scale passage, right? Anchor that, you know, over the 12th fret, I can aim for about the midpoint, right? And I'm starting on the 3rd fret E. I can get that going 12, 13, 14, at the 15th fret, right? And you may not be 100% accurate on every single pitch right away, but you know, make it natural, make it doable, right? It is forgiving to a certain degree, right? Because again, it's not like you play at the 12th fret and then, you know, everything changes kind of wildly right away. No, there's a spectrum, right? So it's a little bit forgiving, right? The plucking at the midpoint is much more similar to plucking at the 13th fret than, you know, the midpoint compared to over here, right? So this is a nice way to kind of have some idea, some kind of, you know, signposts, right? Some kind of measurement there. If I play that same little figure from the 5th fret harmonic spot. Right? I have to kind of move a little bit over here, but I want to keep that going and kind of kind of mirror the fretting with my fingers. Right? If I do it real slow. As I'm moving along this, I'm kind of exaggerating here, but like, you know, as I go up, I'm moving this way. As I move down, I'm moving this way, right? So that's a bit of a you know, brief presentation on just kind of some good points, some good points at which, you know, the harmonics are particularly strong on the string, and kind of nice ways to map your right hand a little bit. Not the only way, but if that's useful for you, you know, that's where it's at. So thanks if you have listened and watched this up till now, and maybe we'll be in touch. All the best.